hide your brains, lock up your psychics, and pray your mind remains intact, because today we're revealing the 5 most deranged abominations unleashed in Phandelver and Below, the Shattered Obelisk. Hey there, adventurers, I'm Judd, and this is Short Rest Studios. Today, we're diving deep into the twisted pages of Phandelver and Below, the Shattered Obelisk, to look at the 5 most insane, bizarre, and downright horrifying monsters unleashed in this killer Dungeons & Dragons supplement. Whether you are running Phandelver and Below or you're just looking to freak out and challenge your players, these 5 abominations are perfect to spring on your party when they're deep in the dungeon. Kicking off our list at number 5 is the Cloaker Mutate. Now, Cloakers on their own are nasty adversaries able to envelop prey and moan with bone-chilling psychic screams, but the Cloaker Mutate takes these normal Cloaker abilities and cranks them up to 11.
Turn it up to 11!
Through the corrupting influence of the far realm. When this variant Cloaker merges with the rotted corpse of a recent victim, it gains the ability to strike with that corpse through a disturbing attack called Corpse Swipe, and its moan becomes even deadlier, inflicting the frightened condition on everyone who fails a save against it. Now, with this Corpse Swipe letting it make multi-attacks, the Cloaker Mutate can quickly overwhelm parties, especially if they're already shaken by that terrifying moan. Just imagine the horror on your players' faces when they damage what seems to be a normal Cloaker, only to see a withered corpse burst out from below as the mutate reveals its true form. And speaking of incorporating corpses into your body, number 4 on our list is the Flesh Meld. This writhing mass of toothy maws and sinewy tendrils seeks only to consume living flesh, to incorporate it into its ever-growing form. It has these amorphous abilities, high strength, and a deadly bite attack. Flesh Melds pose a serious threat to any adventuring party, but their most gruesome ability is called Consume Creature. It lets them swallow a victim whole so it can be assimilated into their hive mind consciousness. Picture your party's reaction when the rogue or ranger scout they sent ahead comes crawling back out of the dungeon as part of a writhing amoeba of flesh and teeth. For any DM looking to incorporate body horror elements into their game, the Flesh Meld is perfect. Coming in at number 3 is the Intellect Snare. Floating balls of tentacles would be creepy enough on their own, but Intellect Snares add psychic danger to that mix. With auras that inflict the incapacitated condition and mind blasts that deal heavy psychic damage, Intellect Snares can cripple a party. Their most feared attack is Siphon Thoughts, which tears away pieces of the target's mind to feed the Intellect Snare. Now imagine your party's wizard or artificer having their intellect slowly drained away, losing spell slots and class features every time they fail a save. Intellect Snares are the perfect way to make even the strongest parties feel vulnerable. Hey adventurers, let me know down in the comments which of these 5 abominations sounds like the most fun to unleash on hapless player characters, or tell me about any other insane D&D monsters you've used in your campaigns. I know the Short Rest Studios community would love to hear about them. And please remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and check out other ways you can support Short Rest Studios in the pinned comment. Your support is the only thing keeping me sane. Well, sane enough to keep making these videos anyway. The runner-up on our list is none other than the Mind Flayer Clairvoyant. Mind Flayers are already potent psionic foes, but the Clairvoyant variant channels the eldritch power of the far realm to reach new heights. Telepathy, plane shifting, limited clairvoyance, these advanced Mind Flayers pose big problems for unprepared parties. Their signature ability, Unleash Void, rips open a tunnel to the far realm and blasts creatures with eldritch tentacles and freezing void energy. And as a bonus action, the Clairvoyant can cast game-changing spells like Hunger of Hadar and Arcane Gate. The raw psychic might and alien abilities of these bad boys will push any party to their limits. But the number 1 most insane monster introduced in Phandelver and Below has to be the Oculorb. Beholders are always formidable foes, but the Oculorb takes those deadly eye rays and distills them into a floating mass of pure malice. They've got magical resistance, a stunning aura, eye beams for ranged attacks, and dreadful contact for melee. Oculorbs are extremely versatile threats, but what makes them truly insane are the antipathic flood options. Both Weeping Eyes and Withering Glare unleash negative emotions on a massive scale, heavily debilitating parties when they fail their saves. Weeping Eyes immobilizes targets in crippling despair, and Withering Glare deals some pretty heavy necrotic damage and inflicts frightened. Is there any other monster that can drastically sway a battle by manipulating raw emotion like that? Putting your party up against one of these disgusting blobs of eyeballs is sure to make for an intense and memorable encounter. There you go, adventurers, the 5 most insane, unhinged, and downright mean monsters released in Phandelver and Below, the Shattered Obelisk. While there are many awesome options to challenge your players, these 5 uniquely bizarre creatures are sure to strike fear into their hearts and really test their abilities. So next time your party is feeling overly confident while exploring a dungeon, maybe you want to spring one of these nasty surprises on them. Just be prepared for them to be on edge, wondering what other twisted creations might lurk in the dark. As always, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave me a comment. If you want to know what more there is to love about Phandelver and Below, the Shattered Obelisk, you can check out this video, and I'll see you next time on Short Rest Studios.